Good morning, student friends. Today is a very important occasion to discuss about a very new segment of learning. You know, we were in practice of writing a model question answer in class 10, and that has been given since a long time. But the time has come to revive it, and CBSE has revived the question answers. First time, in your fourth question, there was a short story writing. And in the passage of story writing, introductory lines are given, and you were illustrating the story with your imagination, and you were trying to give it. It was a big question, 10 marks question. But what happened? The change is inevitable, and now CBSE has taken a right decision for 10th class students, and they have now introduced analytical paragraph writing. Analytical paragraph writing is a new approach, a new thing. I think it is a competency-based activity which is included. I'm very much happy to introduce you that the students now in fact will have them exposure to learn a very good thing, that is analytical paragraph writing. Analytical means analysis. You know, in 21st century skills, we are putting emphasis on critical thinking. We are putting stress on creativity. The original viewpoint should come out. So you are so intelligent, you think properly. Now it's a time to analyze something. When you analyze something, the things become so special. So let me have the pleasure to share with you the same thing what I want to share now. Now you see, children, this presentation, analytical paragraphs, it will give you the same approach, that what it means. I already told you. Now the time has now changed, and students used to go to foreign university from India in plenty of numbers. When you go, then analytical paragraph will help you. An analytical paragraph promotes competency of a student, those who wish to study abroad in famous universities. Now, universities are open for you. This practice would help learners to crack in IELTS examinations. Children, we should learn that if you want to go to the foreign countries, it is very important for us to crack these examinations. First, you might have heard about TOEFL also. That is also test of foreign language. That is very important for admission in many universities in America. So the first time CBSE has taken a consideration on this one. So International English Language Testing System, if you learn about it, if you want to have admission into these all countries, if you want to have this dream of going to UK, USA, Denmark, Australia for further studies, you should qualify these tests. For qualifying these tests, it is very important. So it's a very important thing. Now you see, test of English as foreign language, TOEFL exam is also important for you. A time will come, you have to clear this exam. Why can't we start this attempt from the very beginning? So story writing has been replaced by analytical paragraph writing from this year in 10th class. So don't take tension. It's a good thing. It will improve you. It will improvise your writing skill. It will give you a plenty of pleasure of writing. It will give you a new sort of thing what we have learned. So my dear children, let us have an introduction of our learning today. A paragraph is a group of sentences related to one main idea or topic. A paragraph may be short or long with the nature of the sentence used and the topic. But analytical paragraph writing is replaced by story writing in CBSE 10th board exam from this year. It's very significant and creative writing, still which promotes critical and analytical thinking. It has 10 marks. One has to write in 150 to 200 words. It's very important, like story writing. But story writing was different. It is purely different. It tests your analytical power. Suppose you are viewing a match between Australia and India, 2020 match. The first toss won by Australia and they have elected to bat. And they started batting and they have scored so high in first 5 overs, second 5 overs, third 5 overs, and last 5 overs, how much they have piled the runs. If you want to show into a bar diagram, it will be showing you. If you want to show the fall of wickets, it will also go into line diagram. So these all things, if we come together and we feel that usually you are very in touch with it. By seeing this graph on your television screen at home, you feel, you understand everything. But what happens in that circumstance, a commentator explains and analyzes this thing, how Australia has played, how India has to play. In between, when India also starts playing, then they compare, and they say, this much of slog of over is very important for India, and he has to, our Indian team has to score this much high if they want to win this match. The trend shows in the last match it was like that, and trend shows this much like this. So I wish to say, my children, this is such important part. It has been given to our work. So now let me, I should say, introduction. An analytical paragraph is a draft on given map, chart, report, line graph, etc. So these helping charts will be given to you, or in some questions, report will be given to you. I suppose a pollution report of Delhi. You might have given line graph. It is given. I told the match is going on, how the wicket is falling. There's a line graph will be given to you, and you have to mention, you have to analyze in 150 words. There are very less contents available on older textbooks, reference books, and study material. It's a new attempt. It's a new perception which has come to our syllabus now. So, my dear children, it is very important. This class is very important. Just to listen, please. And this practice may benefit you even the class 10 exam, 12th exam. You are now in 10th, it will come to 12th also. The data may be given in form of report, pie chart, bar chart, histogram, and in a line with a variable represented on two axes, x-axis, y-axis, and variables are given. And on the basis of it, as you were understanding the PISA questions, the same type of questions are given. But in PISA, you used to give the objective answers. Now you have to become a little bit subjective, descriptive. Student has to study the graphics, introduce it, interpret it, analyze it, and conclude it. See, these all points are very creative thinking, critical thinking. It's a new approach, problem solving. Analysis is not a simple thing. It goes into your mind domain at that height when you think about these all concepts, my dear children. So don't forget. Now, what is an analytical paragraph? It relates to analysis, critical thinking, findings or inferences, and interpretations based on paragraphs like analysis on report published in a journal. Many magazines are coming. Down to Earth magazine. What is the trend of migratory birds in Bharatpur, that reservoir where these birds are coming? What is there? What are the trends? A report is given to you. Analysis on the map of the world, country, and states. In our world, in our country, everything is happening. Now, coronavirus has spread. It started from Wuhan, China. It has gone to America. It has gone to Iran. It has made a lot of turbulence in Italy. Now the prospect of India. Now you see how government has taken the initiative. The graph will be given, the map will be given, and you have to analyze. Analysis on bar, pie chart, histograms, etc. Analysis on lines of comparing team performances. I told India and Pakistan are playing, how the match is going, you have to compare. You have to see the sale and purchase of the item in the market, the growth of capital, how it is going on. So children, it's a new concept, but it is not a bad thing for us. It's a very positive sign. The first time the Indian students are getting this competency to learn, and I am very much happy. I'm very much enthusiastic in this regard. Now let us come to the point now. Analytical paragraph lays out and explains the evidence that supports your thesis. Viewpoint. What's your thesis? It gives an evidence. Graph is there with you, and you have to explain this thing. Next, you see that is a very important. What is a thesis? Thesis is a statement that declares what you believe and what you intend to improve. That is called a thesis. Thesis says your belief. You believe that this diagram shows. Very important thing, you should keep it in mind that while you analyze anything, don't give your personal opinion. I feel, I am of the opinion, I believe like that. Don't write these all sentences at all. Avoid I. Always go, remember this point. When you write analytical analysis or analytical paragraphs, don't include your personal approach at all. You should always be giving the viewpoints on the basis of graph, on the basis of chart available. Now, analytical paragraph must include these three elements: introduction, first part, body, second part, conclusion, and overview. So, four paragraphs will come. It's very important. And you know the word limit is 100 to 150. And we should introduce your thesis analysis with an heading on a very simple sentence. You start what this paragraph, what this chapter, what this report, what this graph shows you, and body, elaborate your viewpoints based on data. You take three paragraphs on it. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and conclusion. Conclude your analysis with inference. What have you understood by it? Children, it is, I think, it is a mathematical. It will improve your scientific temper. I am very much sure after doing this, you will feel satisfied that now I have just broadened our perception of thinking critically, positively, negatively. Sometimes you become a very good critic. Critical sense will develop in you. Now let us see points to remember. Read the question very carefully. When you start analyzing, you read the question very carefully. Summarize the information by selecting the main features. You summarize information. You keep it in mind. You can also make relevant comparison. Comparison is very important. If you are comparing the two teams, India and Pakistan team cricket, you should compare it. Don't add your own information or data. That's very important. Be very specific. Be very, what I say, very impartial. The judgment should be given impartial judgment. Don't give your own opinion. Now you see, this type of chart will be given, this type of line graph will be given to you, and the question will be floated. By seeing this one, you have to answer the questions. You see here, the line graphs are included. This type of pictures will be included for you. So children, if we are sincere, if we know how to write the table, chart, maps, I know you students of Navodaya Vidyalayas, you are very much familiar with this all bar chart, pie charts. Every time you understand it and you solve so many questions, now you have to give the words. You have to use the vocabulary. That is the only thing I feel here. Now, I'll tell you about the mark distribution. The first one, the content, if you give the format, the heading, the first heading if you give, then you will get only 1 mark. Heading means one line, simple line, what you want to show. This graph represents, the graph shows that the performance of the two different teams like this. If you write 1 mark, they will give. Then 4 paragraphs you have to write. The first one, introduction. The second one, they will give you 1 mark. Second and third paragraph, analysis and your viewpoints, 2 marks they will give. And conclusion, if you write 1 mark, they will give. Very important thing, that is a pattern, example, grammatical accuracy, spellings, relevance, expression. If your sentences are very expressive, 2.5 marks you will get there. And last one, logical sequence of sentences, the consistency of your thought, relativity of your thought. If it is combined together, again 2.5 marks is for you. So if you add this all, you will get 10 marks. So children, you should keep in mind, it is very important for you. Probable subjects or topics, what may come in our exam, analysis or comparing private school or government school, how much students speak English. Generally in government schools, very less children speak English. But in private schools, a lot of children speak English. An analysis on sound pollution in the city on the basis of a newspaper report. It may come, why noise pollution is growing like anything in Bengaluru. The analysis of batting performance of Australian and Indian team in 2020 match. It may also come for your exam. An analysis of muffins sold in shop from Monday to Sunday. Muffins, cupcakes. How many cakes are sold on Monday? How many cakes are sold on Saturday and Sunday? This graph they will give, and you have to analyze. Analysis of inter-house competition and medal tally in the annual sports day. So children, I feel this is a new experiment, and actually it is a very competency based question. It is now included in our exam. So characteristics of a good analytical paragraph. So I wish to share so many things, and this paragraph is not so easy. So let me conclude. I'll take in a second paragraph also.